Hello everyone. I hope that you all are doing well. I'm Shruti and I'm here with the new course named as a Directus. So in this video, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of Directus platform. First, I will give you an overview of what exactly the Directus is, and then we will dive into setting up the platforms and starting some basic data modeling. After that, we will cover adding, editing, and visualizing your data with no code app. So there is a Director Studio app by using which we can understand these concepts. So, and then we will finish by connecting data with REST API and GraphQL API. So let's get started. So what exactly the Directus is, how it works, who is it for, when to use it, why to use it, and there are some concepts and there are some things about Directus Cloud, how to use it, how to install it, and etc. So Directus is nothing but a Latin word, and the it's a basically world's leading open data platform. So basically, your question may be what exactly the Directus is, why we should learn it. So it's a world leading uh, data platform, open data platform. So any modern web project is going to require some functionalities, right? We used to do like storing, managing, connecting, searching, and visualizing particular data. So Directus provides us all that thing. And you just have to think of a Directus as your developer toolkit. So giving you a suite of user-friendly and yet powerful tools that enable you to build virtually any data driven project. So, what exactly your backend is doing, all that thing we can do with the help of a Directus. So, no more wasted days spent writing APIs and fighting for the authentication and authorization, implementing some complex permissions, logic, building some custom admin portals and clients for the business users. So, all these things smartly and handled by Directors. So that thing we will understand how and how easily it's performed these things. But before that, let's understand how exactly the Directors built. What are the different layers available on with the Directors? Okay, so every Directors project is contains three layers. So as I you can see on a slide, first one is nothing but your SQL database. So base of Directus is nothing but any SQL database. After that, there is a data engine and APIs, and based on that, there is a Directus Studio. So you need to store your data somewhere, right? So we start with any new or existing SQL database. You maintain the complete control authority over the schema. And optimizations Directus doesn't change or migrate your database. So we are not going to change anything. So as it is, we are getting capturing the data from MySQL or any SQL based database. So your data stays clean and pure. So you avoid any vendor lock-in. You can always bypass our middleware with the Director's SQL queries. So this is your data, and so technically it is not even a part of a direct. So we are going to give an input to the Directors in the form of our SQL data or SQL database schemas. Okay, and if you want, it depends how you use it. Okay, so it's not Director's responsibility. So if you want to change it, it will help you. It's a kind of a wrapper. Okay, so basically Director seamlessly a layer on the top of a SQL database. It introspects its architecture to provide you instant and ready to go REST and GraphQL APIs. So in our applications, what we normally do, we store our data in a particular application Then we create APIs and then create a logic to fetch the data, manipulate the data, and after that manipulated data will be displayed on your website by means of a front end, right? So director says that, okay, I will handle the data, I will store the data, as well as I will create the APIs and all, REST APIs and all these things. If you want to manipulate and manage the data, that thing also will be well handled by the director. So we call this as a data engine, and which is the second layer. So data engine includes tons of powerful features in addition to the instant APIs. So full code operations, built-in authentications, rule-based access controls are there, workflow automations, assets transformation, and lots of things for the developers are available in a Directus. So that sounds great, right? But what about the non-technical users? So for example, you are a technical user, so you can do it. You can write a code, fine. You can use this Directus API and you can handle it. But what about the non-technical users? So they aren't going to be fetching the data with SQL and kind of API code, and but they still need some access to their data. So we are talking about the developers, they easily access the data. But what about the non-technical people? If they want to access the data from Directus, then so there is a third layer comes into the picture, and that is nothing but a data studio. So data studio is a beautiful and very good looking no code app that enables all business users to browse, manage, visualize your data. So more technical users can model these things and access the data from the Directus. So this is the third layer about on the Directus. Let's go ahead with the next slide. Sorry. So another next better question might be, what can't you use Directus for, and what are the different uses, where to use, where not to use? So and what are the different use cases for the Directus, where to use it? So let's understand it. So across all the categories, some of the most common use cases for the Directus includes headless CMS for digital experiences, building internal tools and business intelligence, native apps, games, SaaS applications, or even managing the data for the robotics, now IoT devices and other hardware. Okay, so internal app, business intelligence, and all these things, we can handle the data and we can create the applications or any kind of a module by means of a Directus. Now, it's really good time to quickly mention that Directus is 100% free and open source. There are no paywalls or artificial limitations we provided, Directus provided here. So it's a true spirit of open source, and Directus never gets any core features behind the paywalls, okay, just for the profit. So currently this is their uh, resources are available. Now let's see what will happen in a next in a future. So this is the basically Directus previous website, but it is little bit more informative. The legacy website it is. It's showing some important details, important information about Directus. So it is an instant app and API for your SQL database. So let's go ahead. It provides REST and GraphQL APIs to access your data. Manage pure data, SQL pure, manage pure SQL database content. Your data is secure, well handled. And admin application, it's available. You can create, you can access, you can visualize, you can manage your data. Your different digital experience, content, real-time devices, and raw data will be handled properly. Internal app builder is available. Powerful digital tools for managing your data. It's available. It provides you multilingual content. Revisions and revert options are there. File folder support. Exports and backups are available. Searching and filtering. Dynamic thumbnails. Docs are available. Huge support is there. And soft delete uh, archiving is present. Now, how you will install it is available. Free and open source. You can self-host it. On-demand cloud, if you want to use the cloud version, you can use it. Node, you can use it with the Node PPT, any SQL database. Docker support is available. Pure SQL queries and schemas are available. There are no limitations for it. So this is related to the installation. So for our convenience, we are going to install it with the Docker. So that thing we will understand. Let's go ahead with the content management. So this is the way we can install, you can handle the things. Now content management view, right? Maintain the revision history, item reverts is there, soft deletes, relational data, full text search, advanced filtering. So all these uh, facilities and features are available. Custom workflows are there. Data validation, conditional fields, conditional accessing and retrieval, then custom form editors, bookmarking. So these are the some features provided by the Directus. Um, Now you don't aware about these things right now, but when you proceed and revisit this particular video again, then you will get to know what exactly these features are and how they are important. Digital asset management, drag and drop uploads are there, private file keys, metadata scripting, image editors, file archives, and nestable folders. So all these features related to the digital asset managements are available. Customization, we can create our own theme, light, dark, customized CSS, project settings are available. We can provide the color combinations and images and layout, custom displays. We can create our own dashboard to view the data, manage the data, custom API endpoints. So these features related to the customizations are available. Connectivity and logic. So how we connect with this data and these features by means of APIs, right? So REST APIs is available. GraphQL API, event hooks, web hooks are available, sockets related things, dot notation, data export, database backups are available, open API specification, activity log, full CLI. So all these things are available for connectivity, security and access control, uh, two-factor authorization, SSO, granular permissions on the basis of data, or we can provide the conditional permissions. OAuth is available. So, for example, some if you want to access the data, if you want to access something, and if your role and the permissions given to are not valid, then you are unable to access that particular data item. So, this much security we can provide by means of a Directus. So you can install over the existing SQL database and you can create the start fresh. It's not always required that it should have an existing database. You can create a table Directus. You can create a collections. You can input the data and same will be reflected in your the connected SQL database. Again, how we will access by using the REST API, GraphQL, SDK, and SQL queries, which is available. Get responses filled with the deeply nested relational data. So we can create the relational data, we can create the flows to relate particular data. There are different kinds of relationships are available, one to many, many to one. We can we can generate it by using no code APIs, no code application. So it is really powerful. It's an interface for managing your database. So this is some snippets, images of Directus Studio. So browse and visualize the data in the tabular format or in the card format your wish. Custom forms are available to enter the data inside the collection. Then there are user directories, file libraries are there, role-based permissions are there. So if who can access the about us, who can access the customer page, who can access the location, who can access the admin page. So like this, we can create the role-based permissions. Advanced admin settings are there. So these are some features are available. Like this, we can create one collection. So here is one example of article collection. And this thing we will understand slowly. First, we will try to install the Directus in the next video. Thank you so much.